Hey guys, and welcome to this video where I basically lived my best artsy life and tried out some fun and creative food ideas. I got the idea for this video after I received some messages from you guys asking you which one of my recipes on my Instagram you would want to see in a video, and one of them included the panda smoothie bowl I created last year. And while I also wanted to try a stunning cookie painting idea I saw on Instagram a few months ago, this video slowly came together. The third but equally beautiful recipe in this video consists of a food trend I tried out last month and is known as garden focaccia or focaccia garden, gardenscape focaccia, something along the lines. And that is basically all I have to say for now, so I hope you'll enjoy the video and let's get to the recipes. So for the panda smoothie bowl, you want to start out by cutting a honeydew melon into cubes and freeze it overnight. The next morning, blend the frozen melon cubes together with one ripe banana as well as some lemon juice to balance out the sweetness. The texture is more sorbet-like due to the high water content of the melon, so it's super light and refreshing as well. For the darker parts of the panda face, blend frozen blueberries together with some fresh blackberries and 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder. You can also add some optional maple syrup or dates here if you want this to be sweeter, but for me, the honeydew base is sweet enough already. Okay, now assemble your panda bowl. I'm using unsweetened desiccated coconut here to create a more fur-like effect, while then creating a little panda face with a darker berry cocoa mix and some more fresh blackberries. Starting with the ears, then the darker parts around the eyes, as well as a little nose. I'm also using some cashews for the actual eyes of the panda here. And that's it already. Here's your cute little panda smoothie bowl. And off to the next recipe. For this, you want to add 325 grams of flour to a large bowl, along with 1 teaspoon of salt. Now set this aside and add 1 teaspoon of dry active yeast, as well as a half teaspoon of sugar to 200 milliliters of lukewarm water. Stir for a second and add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Combine wet and dry ingredients and mix together. The dough is rather sticky, so you may have to add some more flour along the way. Cover the dough with a wet kitchen towel and let it rise for about 1 hour in a warm and cozy space. After the dough has risen, knead again and transfer to your baking dish. And again, we've reached the creative part of this recipe, where you can basically decorate your focaccia dough with whatever herbs and veggies you like to make it look like the gardenscape of your dreams. I'm starting off creating some stems and grass with some fresh chives and spring onion before grabbing my veggies, which consisted of some cherry tomatoes, yellow carrot slices, red onion, radishes, and black olives. Lastly, I also added some pumpkin and sunflower seeds, as well as some parsley leaves to my focaccia garden. You then want to add a generous amount of olive oil, along with some more seasonings, and bake your focaccia at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes. And here you have it, your own very fluffy and delicious garden focaccia. It tastes great on its own, but I recommend dipping it in some vegan tzatziki or maybe even a marinara type dip. Off to the last and probably my favorite recipe of this video. Like I said in the beginning, I saw this cookie decorating idea over at Rena's channel, so definitely check out her video as well. It is maybe one of the most aesthetically pleasing videos I've seen in a while, and I absolutely adore it as is. But obviously I wanted to give at least the recipe part a little personal twist. So I decided to not only make a vegan version of the original recipe, but also use a little more healthy whole food ingredients. For the oat cookies, you first want to start by blending 100 grams of oats into oat flour. Then add about a third teaspoon of baking powder along with some vanilla and 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. Mix and add 50 grams of natural cashew butter along with 50 grams of rice or maple syrup. Then combine and knead until it forms a dough. If the dough is too dry, you can add some more cashew butter or a tiny bit of your favorite plant milk. And if it's too sticky, add more oat flour. You then want to place the dough in the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour and then roll it out on a floured surface and cut out your desired cookie shapes. Baking them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 to 10 minutes. For the cashew coconut buttercream, blend the following ingredients: cashews that have been soaked for at least a few hours, coconut oil, vanilla, apple cider vinegar, rice syrup, some water, and a pinch of salt. I've been using a recipe I found online, so I'll link the original recipe in the info box below. After a night in the fridge, mix up the buttercream frosting until creamy and divide into different jars for the coloring. to match the healthy vibe I was going for, I decided to only use natural food coloring here. So I colored the buttercream with some matcha powder, berry juice, blue spirulina powder, and turmeric. When the cookies are ready and have cooled down completely, frost them with either a regular powdered sugar frosting or, as I was using here, some melted vegan white chocolate, which I also colored the same way as the buttercream, except for the red, where I was using blended freeze-dried berries instead. Now again, only after the frosting completely cooled down and dried, you can start painting the buttercream onto the cookies. I seriously had the best time making these. It was a chilly, fall-like day. I listened to the Animal Crossing soundtrack and just 100% got lost into some sort of creative flow type mood. Of course, I was also highly inspired by Rena's cookies, but I also tried some other design ideas I had, and now, to be honest, I just want you guys to get the artsy vibes of this activity. So I'll shut up now and let you enjoy some fast forward cookie painting here. I also decided to sprinkle some edible gold glitter on some of the cookies, and to be honest, that made it even better. And that's it, you guys. Here are the finished cookies. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with how these turned out, and like I already said, making these was the most zen experience I had in a while, so there's nothing more to say. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And now, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye!